Okay, so we are going to start with our finger picking. So we're going to make our way through Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah here. We've been making our way through this for a bit now. So we will keep working on it. Just as a reminder to us, every time there is any number written, it tells us we are plucking whatever string that number is on, right? Whatever string that number is on, we are plucking it. And if the number is 0, the numbers themselves tell us what fret number to put down when we pluck that string, right? So if the number is 0, it means there's no fret. We're just going to pluck it open. If the number was 7, we would put our finger on the 7th fret and we would pluck it there. When in doubt about which finger to use whatever feels comfortable in that moment. Though all of these are based on chords, and it's a pretty simple pattern. I know we know this, but just going over it, right? And the chord is written above. So you can also just switch your fingers to the chord when we get to that spot in the tablature. Okay, any questions on tablature? I know we've gone over this a number of times, but I also know that this has been confusing for folks. So any questions before we actually play? Okay, let's play. Okay, here we go. So we're just going to start by doing that first line a few different times. I know that there's some folks who find it easier when I do that. Hopefully that helped you if it did. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and pluck that first line, which is just rotating between the C and the A. It's a really simple pattern with our right hand, right, where we're doing one string down, one string up. So here we go. 2, 3. A minor. Now C. Now A minor. Now C. We're just going to do this first line over and over. Now C. Now A C. Now A minor. Now C. A minor. This line again. C. A minor. Now C. Now A minor. Okay. Show of thumbs. How did that feel? Okay, we're getting a little better, some of us. Ray, where was the stumbling block for you? If you don't mind unmuting yourself for a moment.
I get confused when we move from C to A minor, and I'm just not sure which string to pluck.
Yeah. So part of this is, how are you fingering with your right hand, Ray? Are you using 3 fingers or 3 fingers and a thumb, or what are you using?
3 fingers and a thumb.
3 fingers and a thumb is what you're using. Okay. So here's the way to think of it. Every time you get to your thumb, the chord is changing. Your thumb is the first note of the new chord. Always. So C, now A minor. Now C. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, certainly better.
I don't know if that's helpful or not, but
I have a suggestion.
yeah, Linda, please.
I'm not sure if this is what Ray means, but the strum is always, you maintain your strum so that the strum is always, thumb picks the top line, or the top string, then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, so that the strum is not changing when you change chords. You just change your chord, but you maintain that same arpeggio strum the whole time. Is that helpful, Ray? Is that what you wondered?
Yes.
That's what I thought you might be asking.
So I think this might be an exercise. Thank you, Linda. And thank you, Ray. These are good questions. I think this might be an exercise that'll be helpful. So let's all try this for one moment. There we go. Okay, go ahead and play a C chord with your left hand and just leave it on that C chord. And we're not going to mess around with it. We're going to just put it there and then we're going to ignore that left hand. We're only going to focus on the right hand right now. Okay? So we're going to start, and when we do this, right, where each string just gets plucked once. I want us to feel the waves of it. This way, then that way, then this way, then that. Go ahead and sway back and forth. Right? When you're going down, sway one direction. When you're going up, sway in the other direction. I apologize if anyone's getting seasick here. And just feel the way that you're moving back and forth, right? That you're moving from one end of the strings to the other end of the strings. Each string only getting plucked once before you come back the other way. I sort of feel like we've entered into a meditation zone now. Right? And so if it's tough, what I would do is I would sit there, Ray, and do that with your right hand until the muscle memory of going up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down is just there and your fingers want to do it no matter what.
That was much better than what I've done before.
Oh, good. Good.
Rabbi Daniel, I was just hoping that everybody here understands exactly what that arpeggio strum is. That you start the first line, first, second, third, fourth, third, second, first, second, third, fourth, third, second. So I just thought it might be valuable just to be sure everyone knows where their fingers are going.
Yeah, that's great. That's great, right? We're just plucking this string, then this string, then this string, then this string, and then coming back. That's all that it is. Each string gets plucked, going down, and then we come back up. And you don't double anything. And that's how we get a 6 count, right? And that's because this song is in the key of, it's a 6 count to it, not a 4 count that we're used to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And the way you get a similar thing if you wanted an 8 count is you double them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Which is not what we're doing. But that gets it into a 4 count or an 8 count instead of a 3 count. Okay, I hope I didn't just more confuse people there. Mom, were you nodding that yes, that was more confusing now?
No, yes, that nodding was good.
Oh,
but
good.
Can we do it just a tad slower? I know what I should do, my fingers just don't go that fast.
Yep, great, absolutely. So if your fingers aren't going that fast also, this is a great exercise for you. Do just that exercise. Don't worry about your left hand. Pick a chord, whatever chord you want to pick, right? Like, it can be any chord, right? Here's a G7 chord. And just sit there and... does everyone use a metronome? Let me try it this way. Does anyone use a metronome? Okay, if you don't use a metronome, I really encourage you to do so. If you just go to whatever it is that you use for a phone and go to your store and type in metronome, you will find an app. I'm sure you can also find one online. I'm going to open one up and I'm going to show you how to practice with a metronome. Okay, so what I've done is I've opened it up. It asks us how many beats there are. This one is 6. And then it asks us how fast. That's 60 beats per minute, meaning 1 beat per second. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn it on and we'll see if it's too fast. That's too slow. So let's go ahead and speed it up. You're hearing that clicking, right? 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. You hear how the 1 is different, right? 4. So now let's try playing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A minor. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. C. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now A minor. A minor. 2, 3, 4. Back to C. Okay, so the way you practice with a metronome is you do that, and then that was 80 beats per minute. Here's 85 beats. Actually, let's make it 90. 2, 3, 4. Here we go. C. A minor. Right? So what you do is you pull out your metronome and you practice that over and over and over again, going back and forth. And you get to the point, which is your maximum speed that you can do it perfectly with the metronome, and then add 5. And then get to the point where you can do that, and then add 5. And in fact, this one even has a button on it that just says +5, which lets you jump right to 5 more beats per second. But if not, just keep going up and work up your speed. And eventually, I would say as a goal, we should work towards, let's see what 110 sounds like. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can go a little faster than that. So I would say make it a goal to get up to 120 beats per minute. 120 is our stretch goal. So if you're going to be practicing, go ahead and practice with your metronome. And I would start it out around 80, probably, depending, and get a sense of where your number is, where you are right now. Go up, go down, find your spot, and then keep working your way faster. And that'll be a great exercise.
Is this an app, Danny?
You can just type in metronome in the App Store, and there'll be 75 different metronomes. It doesn't matter which one you get. In fact, the tuner app that you already have installed may have a metronome built in, or the metronome app may have a tuner. You'll see them. They're all free. Don't spend any money on them. If you're on a computer, you can Google metronome, and there'll be a web browser metronome. You won't have trouble finding it. But a really great way to practice.
That is so great. That is great. Judy, we can work on that on Sunday, too.
Okay. So we are going to put away the rest of that song. Actually, we're not going to go ahead and play the song. That was our exercise, getting us warmed up. And we are going to move to a strumming exercise. Actually, hold on. We're going to do one more thing. We're going to do this, just to make sure that we all remember how to do tablature properly. Right? We can look at this and we can see that the first pluck is going to be on the C string and open. And the second pluck is going to be on the C string and the 2nd fret. And then it's moving to the E string and open. And then our index finger on the E string, 1st fret. And then we're going to use our 3rd finger and put it on the 3rd fret on the E string. We're going to pluck it. And now we're at the 0 right above my finger, right up there. 0, the open on the A string. 2 on the A string with our 2nd finger. And 3 on the A string with our 3rd finger. Then there's another 3, so we're just going to pluck that again. And then a 2 on the A string. And then an open on the A string. And then a 3 on the E string. 1 on the E string. Open on the E string. 2 on the C string. And open on the C string. Who was able to do that? Good.
But I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question. When we're on, say, the A string, do we use the 4th finger for 0, 2, 3, 3, 2, 0, all of those?
So, I'm going to tell you what I do, not what the right answer is. And what I would do here is I would play every single one of these with my thumb. I would play it like this. That's how I would play this. But you certainly can do it the other way we've done it too if you want. When you get to multiple notes on the same string, start rotating with the finger next to it. 0, 2, 0, 1, 3, 0, 2, 3. or just use your thumb. Whatever's easy. Don't overthink this one though. This is just the C major scale, and we're doing it because we want you to both know the C major scale, and we want you to understand tablature better. So this is definitely one to practice though. Add it to your practice until you can just do it like. Similarly, this is a great one to practice on a metronome also, just going up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down the C major scale until you can really get it at speed. And this will come in and be helpful in all sorts of ways that you won't even know until it's in muscle memory. Okay, let's go on. We're going to work on our strumming, where we're going to do it with Learning to Fly, if I can find it. Oh, I scrolled the wrong way, that's why. Maybe? We got a lot of sheets in here now. Okay. There we go. That's not the button. Okay, here we go. So what we are going to do is we are going to play this in a variety of speeds. So I want to show you what I mean by this, okay? We've used this to work on our strums, right? So we're going to start at quarter speed, 1 strum per chord. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, up 2, 3, 4, 5. Down 2, 3, up 2, 3, 4, 5. Down 2, 3, up 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, did that make sense? So we're only strumming as opposed to normally, Grandma Judy, where we would strum, each of them. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. We're going to start only 1 strum per chord. Down 2, 3, up 2, 3, 4, 5. Down 2, 3, up 2, 3, 4, 5. Down 2, 3, up 2, 3, 4, 5. A minor down 2, 3, G up 2, 3, 4, 5. F down 2, 3, C up 2, 3. Does that make sense now, what we're doing?
No, how many are there to a measure?
So, here, hold on, this will help. Okay, now we can see it better, that there are 3 above the F, 5 above the C, 3 above the A minor, and 5 above the G. Do you see that?
Oh, are there? Over there, not where, okay.
Not by the words. Ignore the words. Ignore all the words here. Yeah, we're just looking over at the chords, and we're doing them over and over again. Yep. So it's F, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, 4, 5, A minor, 2, 3, G. And in fact, let's go ahead and put in, we can do it this, 3, U, 5, D, Oop, except I did it backwards, didn't I?
F's up and all of the C's down.
The opposite. I wrote it wrong.
And that's what you want, 3 down and then 5 up.
Yep, so that we're going down 2, or sorry, on the F. Down 2, 3, up 2, 3, 4, 5, down 2. Now, right now, we're only doing 1 strum, though. Eventually, we're going to strum each of them, right? Down 2, 3, up 2, 3, 4, 5, down 2, 3, up 2, right? So what I want you to do now, though, is we're only going to strum once when we do the chord change, and I want you to sing what I'm saying with me, where we're saying down 2, 3, up 2. Sing it with me. I know it's absurd sometimes to sit there and sing by yourself, but I promise that it will help. We want it to be so ingrained in the back of your head that you're hearing it sung even when you're not singing it. Okay, here we go now. Down, 2, 3, up, 2, 3, 4, 5. A minor, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, 4, 5. F down, 2, 3, C up, 2, 3, 4, 5. A minor, down, 3, G up, 2, 3, 4, 5. F, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, 4, 5. A minor, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, how did that feel? Can we do that? Okay. Now we're going to move where we're filling in each of those on every strum. So F, 2, 3, C. Oh, let me turn on original sound for you, sorry. So F, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, 4, 5. A minor, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, 4, 5. F, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, 4, 5. A minor, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, 5. F, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, 4, 5. A minor, 2, 3, G. One more time. 5. F, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, 4, 5. A minor, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, how did that feel? Yeah, we can do that? Okay. Now we're going to get complicated. We're going to do double time. So I'm going to sing this out loud while I do this. Okay, it's F 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, C 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, A minor 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, G 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm not actually going to say all those out loud. I'm going to still stick to the 3 and the 5, but everything's doubled now. Okay, so it is. So start strumming in this speed with me. Get your right hand moving at that speed. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. There we go. Feel it. Bounce a little if you're having trouble sticking into it. Okay, now when I count, we're going to count the downs. Every time I say a number, it's going to be down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Last time. F 2, 3, C 2, 3, 4, 5. A minor 2, 3, G 2, 3, 4, 5. And on C. Okay, how did that feel? Yeah? Not terrible. Okay. So these are ways that we can really change the feel of a song. We can choose a different one of those strums or how often we're strumming, the speed of the strums. Right? We talk a lot about this as the speed of the record player, right? We can choose different speeds, and as long as they're multiples of each other, right? As long as you're doubling or halving, it's ultimately the same speed to a point. And so we can really change the feel of a song either the whole time, or we can switch between these throughout the course of a song to really create tension and some interest in it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try playing all of those rhythms. We're going to start with just one strum. F 2, 3, C 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 2. 3, G, 2, 3, 4, 5, F, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, 4, 5, A minor, 2, 3. One more time at one strum. Down, 2, 3, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, A minor, 2, 3, up, G, 2, 3, 4, 5, F, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, 4, 5, A minor, 2, 3, G. Now every strum. F, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, 4, 5, A minor, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, 4, 5, F, 2, 3, C, 2, 3. Remember your C's and G's should be ups. G, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down, 2, 3, up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down, 2, 3, up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down, 2, 3, up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down, 2, 3, up. One more time, and then we're gonna double. F, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, 4, 5. A minor, 2. Here we go. Now we're gonna double. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A minor, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, 4, 5. F, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, 4, 5. A minor, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, 4, 5. F, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, 4, 5. A minor, 2, 3, G, 2. Okay, one more time. F, C, A minor. Now half speed. F, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, 4, 5. A minor, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down, 2, 3, up, 2, 3, 4, 5. A minor, 2, 3, G, 2. One more time, and then we'll go to one strum. 2, 3, C, 2, 3, 4, 5. A minor. Okay, now just one strum. Here we go. F, C, 2, 3, 4, 5. A minor, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, 4, 5. F, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, 4, 5. A minor, 2, 3, G. Now double time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on our fast speed. C, 2, 3, 4, 5. F, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, 4, 5. F, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, 4, 5. A minor, 2, 3. Now just one strum. F, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, 4, 5. A minor, 2, 3, G. And we're going to end by playing a C. Okay, how did that feel?
That is a good exercise.
It's a good exercise, and it is fun too, and sounds interesting, and it's not right. And hopefully you see how you can use an exercise like that to make your own music more interesting, right? Switch back and forth, and right, it creates a song even though we weren't singing anything by switching back and forth, and changes the feel. And okay, other thoughts, other comments, and other anything.
Yeah, I have a thought. When you do 1, 2, 3, you're going down, 2, 3. Oh, I was ready to go down for the next one. Maybe that was habit. So
let's go ahead and call these things one strum, regular speed, and double speed. Okay, we'll give those names. So for one strum, one of the things we're practicing is making sure that we're doing the ups and the downs at the right spot, right? We're going down on the F, up on the C, down on the A minor, and up on the G, right? And then we go to standard time. And standard time will do that same strum automatically for us if we're paying attention, right? Down, 2, 3, C. We're already going up. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're already going to be going down for the A minor. Down, 2, 3. And we're already going to be going up for the G, right? 3, 4. So that one does it on its own as long as we're changing chords in the right time and moving our wrist at the right speed and not stopping. And then double speed moves so that every number is a down, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, of course, there is quadruple speed. I don't know if I can do it at that speed. Right? So you can keep doing that. And the beauty of it is, if two of us play one strum and two of us play regular speed and two of us play double speed and two of us play quadruple speed, it'll all sound great together. Because math, right? As long as we're talking about doubling and halving of the current speed, it's all going to be basically on that same beat. Similarly, math, this is to talk not rhythm now, but pitch. One thing that came up in a conversation I had with someone else, in case this is interesting to you, I think it was with my dad, actually, who's not a musician and wanted me to explain music theory to him, which was an interesting experience. Notes themselves are mathematical too. So depending on your tuner, when you tune your A string, it may tell you the hertz of that A string, right? The speed of the vibration. And an A is going to be probably on your ukulele 440 hertz, which is a standard A, 440. But an 880 hertz is also an A, and 220 is also an A, and 110 is an A, and 55 is an A. 55 is getting pretty low. 55 is real low. In fact, usually we cut off the sound system around 80, so that anything below that is totally wiped out. So you probably don't hear much of that. You'd feel it. But all of those are A notes, because notes themselves are mathematical too. And I'm not telling you any of the other notes, because A is an easy one to double and half, unlike the other notes, which are not as easy to double and half. Okay. Like 168.7 or something is a D. I mean, it's so.
So is it just a matter of speed? The difference between 220 and 440?
It's the speed that the string is vibrating.
So is
So it
open C, is the open C 140, and then the closed C up here, is that 240 or
I don't remember what a C is, but yes, it's mathematically like that. That whatever the note is in octave. So this is an A at 440. This is meaning it's vibrating at 440 hertz, right? If I go up to the 12th fret, it's going to be 880. Also an A note, just higher.
and the one in the open C string is what? What's the open C?
I don't remember what any of them are other than A, but if you Google it, you'll find it.
Okay.
Okay. Other questions on where we're at, what we're doing right now before we move on? And we'll probably just go play a couple songs now. Okay. Let's play some songs. Last time we started working on Jolene. So we're going to go back to Jolene. A little Dolly Parton for us here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play this for us one time, because I know sometimes that is helpful. Let me zoom in just a little bit. Oop. Okay. There we go. Now you can see my chords better. Okay. So let's go ahead and play this. I'm going to play through it one time for us. It goes like this.
And move your picture to a place so we can see all the chords.
I will move. Is it easier just for me to get rid of my picture so you don't see me? Is that fine? Or is it helpful to see me? Okay, great. There you go. Okay, here we go. So it goes like this. Starting on the D minor. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, C7, don't take my man. And that line again. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take them just because you can. Okay, now we're on the third line. Here we go. Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. Okay, that's playing it slow. So let's go ahead and try that. We're going to take the same approach we just did to the learning to fly, and we're going to build it slowly. I'm doing each of these as just downstrokes. In fact, I'm just playing each of them down with my thumb. Okay, here we go. From the top, we're going to do it together. So we're just doing it at this beat. Down, down, down. Here we go. Jolene. Now F. Now C. Back to D minor. D minor again. Here comes C. Now C. C7 to D minor. Second line, which is the same as the first. D minor and F and C back to D minor. Here comes the C. Now C, don't take them. C7 because you D minor. Now the verses. Your D minor is F compare, with C locks of D minor hair, with C skin and C7 of emerald D minor. Your D minor is like an F of spring, your C is soft like D minor rain, and C cannot compete C7 with you, D minor. The lyrics sometimes sound a little funny when you replace only some of them with chords. Okay. Now let's try speeding it up, okay? Okay, so feel the rhythm. You don't have to do it exactly the same as me. Remember the lesson we just had. That you just have to be of some multiple of me. So bum, 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 bum. That's always there for you, right? Or down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up is always there for you too, right? Or double that speed. Here we go now. Down, up, 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 down, up. Down, 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 right? Or half. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Or just one strum. Down, 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 down. Now down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now four strums in that space. Down, up, 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 down, up. Now one strum. Down, 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 down. Okay, now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Any speed. You don't have to be at this double speed. You can be at half of this or a quarter of this. Here we go. D minor and F and C back to D minor. I'm seeing of you C7, don't take my D minor. D minor and F and C back to D minor. Now C, C don't take him C7 because you D minor. Okay, here comes the verses. Your D minor is F compare, with C locks of D minor hair, with C skin, C7 of emerald D minor. Your D minor is like an F of spring, your C is like D minor rain, and C cannot C7 with you, Jolene. From the top, here we go. D minor and F and C back to D minor. And C of you C7, don't take my D minor. to half speed rather than double speed. Your D minor is F compare with C locks of D minor hair with C and C7 of emerald D minor. Now I'm going to go to just one strum. Your D minor is like an F of spring. Your C is soft like D minor rain, and C cannot C7 with you, Jolene. Now I'm going to go to 4 speed. Jolene, 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 Jo D minor. I'm C of you, C7, don't take my D minor. Now just half speed D minor, Gen F, C to D minor. C, don't take him, C7 because you D minor. Okay, how did that feel?
That's awesome.
It's a fun one, isn't it? Like, even if it doesn't feel, even if you're not quite there, it's a fun one. And so try those exercises together and try those on everything, right? Like, if you want to go back and do Hashkivenu again, you can do the exact same thing there, right? So you can have... I'm forgetting the chords now. No. There we go. Right now we're at 4 speed. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. But we can go to half speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Or we can go to single strum. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So just a great exercise to do no matter what you're playing. And then that also, right? I know we started by looking at using a metronome for finger picking, but a metronome can be a great exercise for your strumming too. Work yourself forward in your speeds that way too. Okay. Any more thoughts? Any questions? Anything? Any new songs we want to learn next week? Any requests?
I just wanted to say that it's particularly appropriate because Dolly is a real heroine. She refused entry into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because she felt she wasn't really singing enough rock and that more other people were more deserving.
I saw that. Also, one of the funders of the Moderna vaccine.
Yeah, and she wrote that song about getting, what was it? Oh, it was to Jolene.
Oh, it was this song. Yeah, she rewrote Jolene to vaccine. Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, she's...
Could we learn something for the Seder? Something
Oh!
that we might want to play at our Seder?
Great. It's a great idea. Yeah, our Seders all need more ukuleles. There's no question. Yes.
I'm taking my uke to New York. I gotta have something great.
We just went to Seattle, and I traveled with a uke for the first time, and it was great. You could carry it on. No one makes a fuss about it. It's so much easier to travel than a guitar, and I brought Ezra's uke. I didn't want to break mine,
I don't know what the best song is that we should learn. Maybe it's Dayenu.
Dayenu's easy. You all can play Dayenu right now.
You know what's a really beautiful song is to learn Shehekianu.
See, the thing is, you all could play all of these songs right now. We could put up the chords, and you could play them immediately. They're all really easy, and you know all of the things you need to be able to play these.
Including Let My People Go.
To Shehekianu, and you wanted to put them in. Anything you could put in that little folder would be awesome.
So, I don't have music to it, but hold on, I'm going to give you a link. If you are interested in more sort of like classic Jewish music or camp style Jewish music, there is something called the Shirenu. I'm putting a link here. I hope it's the right link. You want to make sure it's the one that has chords. There's one that also has musical notations for the melody. But it'll have, 500 Jewish camp songs and all the chords for them. So if you're interested in sort of Debbie Friedman-esque music and her contemporaries, Dan Nichols, Rick Recht, things like that, Jewish camp music, this is full of that.
Daniel, can we, in preparation for the Seder, can we also throw in addition to Dayenu, Let My People Go?
We could, yeah. We'll make next week a Passover extravaganza of ukulele.